All right, Aquarius. I am your girl, Robin, back from Kind of Big Deal Tarot. How is everybody doing? When you come up in the chat, say hello, please. Tell me where you're coming from, if you're a return offender. And if you're new, please subscribe to the tribe. I would love to have you. All right, I do most of my readings live and then post them later. All right. So we're going to see what's going on in our energy. I just did Libra and Gemini. And it's weird because after our last reading, which was 2 days ago, everybody kind of got the same thing. So we're going to see what's going on in your energy right now in Aquarius, okay? Sun, Moon, rising in Venus. Also North Node, okay? So again, if you like what I'm putting down, please hit me with a like, subscribe, leave a comment, a nice one. All right, and so we're going to get rid of any negative energies that come up in here, even though nobody's in here just yet. This is for your solar plexus chakra. All right, so Aquarius, we're going to say thank you and pay gratitude to the higher power, whatever you believe in, our ancestors, and our higher self. All right. I like also to thank Archangel Michael for his protection and his guidance. All right. Always Archangel Michael. All right. So we're going to start off with the Moonology cards just to see what we get in here. And then we're going to pull up what's the T deck. All right. Show me what you have for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, rising Venus, and North Node. So what do you have for Aquarius in here? Whoa. Luck is on your side, Aquarius. Wow, a win-win outcome is in the forecast. Give me one more for Aquarius here. Yeah. One more for Aquarius. Look at the bigger picture. So some of you guys might be dealing with the Sagittarius, or you might have Sagittarius in your chart. At the bottom of that, we got a personal issue reaches resolution with the full moon in Cancer, okay? So we just had the full moon in Cancer about a month and a half ago. Have faith in your dreams with the waxing crescent moon, all right? And you do have the butterflies here. You also have the color purple, which is also talking about your crown chakra. So have faith in your dreams, all right? Have faith in your dreams. Hold your vision, all right? And a personal issue reaches resolution. It might have already happened in Cancer season with the full moon in Cancer that we just had, okay? Or we just left. But again, a personal issue is going to reach its resolution. So we definitely was in full-blown Mercury retrograde at that time. So you might have had a personal issue, okay? Could have had a personal issue with the Cancer, or you have Cancer in your chart, but some resolution might have been sought out, or you had an epiphany about something or someone, okay? And it came into a resolution at that time, or it will be, all right? So again, let's get some, maybe one or two, what's the T card? At the bottom of that, you got shady. At the top of that, we got taking shortcuts. So you could have been dealing with somebody that was very shady and taking a lot of shortcuts. This could have been in your job, in your relationship. Take it, how it resonates. It's going to be different for everyone, all right? So we have someone is blocked, all right? And they could have been blocking your success, homewrecker. They could have been blocking your luck. They could have been blocking your finances, your energy. All right, so maybe some of you guys decide to not give access to this person anymore because, again, you realize their energy itself was pulling a whole block on you. Some of you guys could have been dealing with someone that was burning through money, or maybe you had burning through cash, can't save, spends money faster than they can earn it. All right. Someone you were dealing with a big ego, or somebody could feel this way about you. Take it as a resonate. Big ego, inflated sense of self, being self-centered, self-absorbed, thinking that the world evolves around you. All right, so Aquarius, I really feel like that somebody that you were dealing with, okay, could have had an inflated ego, all right? They could have felt that you had an inflated ego, all right, because they could have felt like, no matter what was going on in your life, luck was on your side, you were surpassing them, okay? Things were just working out for you. And this made somebody very angry, all right? And this person may have, again, intentionally tried to block your success, or, intentionally try to block you from moving forward in your life. Okay, this could have been a third party. This also could be somebody that used you as a homewrecker. But this could have been somebody that was trying to break up a happy family, somebody that was also having affairs on you, somebody that didn't or doesn't respect no boundaries. So even if this wasn't a love relationship, you were dealing with somebody that was not giving a care about your boundaries. You were setting boundaries, you were speaking up or telling this person what you did and did not like, and they were overstepping them anyway. All right. Some of them realized that you was having a glow up, a physical and mental transformation for the better. You were looking good, smelling good, being in the mirror, making changes, saying your affirmations, all right? Because you were looking at the bigger picture of things, all right? You realize for certain amount of you guys that luck has definitely been on your side. You might have a Sagittarius moon, or like me, have Sagittarius in your North Node. So you begin to realize that you had to block certain people out of your life, out of certain situations, stay quiet, not tell people about what's going on. So again, you block someone from having access to you. All right. So again, this could have been a love affair. This could have been a job. This could have been a friendship. But someone also might have tried to break up you and your partner, you with your job, okay, your commitments, whatever it is, going to be different for everyone. Again, we have a win-win outcome is in the forecast with a full moon in Libra. So some of you guys might have Libra in your chart or was dealing with one, okay? So again, someone did not like your glow up. They did not like how no matter what was thrown your way, you were still being able to manage a situation, a person, the occasion, whatever it is, different for everyone. And they might have felt that why Aquarius can't stay down. They are always lucky. The universe always seems to work out things in their favor. And this made somebody mad. Okay? This person, like I said, could have felt like you had a big ego. All right, you could have been dealing with someone that had a big ego at one time. But I'm feeling like that ego was knocked down a notch. Okay? This person is not in that same energy anymore. All right? So let's get some Kipper deck. Let's get 3 Kipper cards. See what's going on for Aquarius. Nobody's in here yet. All right, somebody is going through a short illness. Somebody could have also been dealing with a good gentleman. Could have been a Leo, or somebody has Leo in their chart. A little child could be involved. This is also talking about your inner child, okay? Your inner child healing. Something might have happened while you were a child. Grief and adversity is at the bottom of the deck, okay? And now we have a pleasant letter. So some of you guys are, like I said before, are dealing or was dealing with someone that was very envious of your way to get through adversity. So because you were able to get through adversity, you also might have lost something. So you might have been grieving it. Again, people around you liked when you was in this grief and adversity. But then you might have gotten a pleasant letter. And that pleasant letter might have also made somebody sick. Because even though you were in a bad position or are in a bad position, you're going to get a letter that's going to bring you to life again. So again, that might make somebody else realize again that no matter what they tried to throw your way, you were still getting back up. You're still going to surpass them, because that's what they did not want. They did not want your glow up. They did not want you to be bigger than what you are, or bigger than what you're going to be. Because for some of you guys, you have huge goals in mind. You might have stated them. This could have been something that you had in your mind since childhood. All right. And you're continuing to work on that situation, because you know that win-win is definitely in the outcome. You know, no matter what you've been going through, you have had good intentions. Okay. So no matter what, if somebody tries to come break up your happy home, if somebody's trying to block your success, okay, you also realize that who these people were around you. And again, for some of you guys have given this person, these people, no access to you. You block them. And when you block them and pull back your energy, again, your luck is starting to change. Luck is on your side. Things are going to start balancing out. If they're not doing it right now, they will be. And a win-win will be on the out for you. Okay? Because you kept your eye on the prize. You kept looking at the bigger picture. Again, with the full moon in Sagittarius. You got the new moon and the full moon in Sagittarius. So something could be happening in Sagittarius. All right, we're going to get 3 Island Wellness cards as well. All right. Somebody has wedding rings. It is in reverse. So again, this could have been a union for a lot of you guys. This could have been a wife, a husband, somebody you were in a committed relationship with. Engagement ring. All right. And the golden mirror. Wow. Keys on the ring. They're telling me to take both of them. Ascending at the bottom of the deck. Not today on the top. All right, so like I was saying, some of you guys are you're transcending through a lot of obstacles, challenges, adversities. And again, that is making somebody sick, because you have learned through expansion. You have learned through your cycles. You have learned through the lessons in the past. You also have learned through adversity and challenges that you have been dealt with before. You're realizing a new phase in your life. So some of you guys are preparing for union. You're also getting in contact and connection with your higher self, which is the best union you can have. All right. And again, you're not dealing with certain people's bullshit. Not today. You're not dealing with the hurt. You're not dealing with it. You're hurt. You're avoiding a conversation, a call, or a person. Boundaries, still angry. So again, this could be somebody that you're dealing with. They don't know boundaries. They continue to cross your boundaries. So again, you're not dealing with that person. That person could also not be dealing with you, because they're still hurt. They realize that you have set some boundaries. Okay. Again, you might have blocked them. You might have not given them no access, no updates. You kept them out the loop. All right. Again, for some of you guys, this is making somebody sick. Somebody has fallen to a short illness. Here with the black cat. This also could have been some negative cantations, black magic that was sent your way, but you have luck on your side. So it basically has been reversed. All right. This could have been somebody that you were in a union with, a friendship, a soul connection, a promise, somebody that made you a promise. With engagement ring in the middle. All right. Home record, good gentleman, engagement ring. Some of you guys, again, with the win-win, no matter what is going on, even if they blocked you from a connection, there was a home record, all right, you have an engagement or a partnership that is in your future, that is in your destiny. Okay. There is going to be a commitment. There also could be a completion of union here with the circle. All right. There is completion of a phase, a cycle, a repetitive cycle. It could have been repetitive breakups, repetitive cheating, deception here. Somebody always interfering in your family, in a happy home, love affairs. Okay. You could have felt like this person was a good gentleman, was a good female, was a good woman. All right. They could have felt this way about you. But again, there was a lot of third-party interferences. There was a change with that, or there need to be. Okay, so some of you guys are putting a commitment to completion, and you're realizing, you know what, the win-win is going to be when I balance things out with myself. Keep my eyes on the bigger picture, because the bigger picture starts with me. All right, you're having a glow up, a physical and a mental transformation for a lot of you guys. You're changed. You're not the same person that people saw you back then. All right, you are stepping into your new higher self here. So there is a physical and a mental transformation. Some of you guys are looking better, feeling better. You're looking yourself in the mirror, and you're definitely making changes. You could have been dealing with somebody that was stringing you along, somebody that had many options or felt like you do. You could also be in a place where you're having decisions. Some relationships were unconventional, or somebody was dealing with that. Some of you guys share a child with this person. Okay. Somebody also might have been having a lot of one night stands. Okay. Maybe this is something that you saw in your childhood, and you realize this is not what you wanted in your life. This is not what you wanted in a union. This is not what you wanted in a commitment. So again, you're keeping your eye on the bigger picture. All right. And you're realizing it may not be with this person, but I am destined for love, because I know love and success is on my side. So again, you're giving no energy, no fucks. You're blocking access, no updates, keeping the person out of the loop, moving in silence. All right. So now let's go to the tarot. See what's going on here. All right. Thank you, ancestor, spirit guides. Show me what's going on for Aquarius. I shuffled the cards. Some of you guys could be dealing with the Taurus, or was dealing with the Taurus. Again, let's talk about your commitment, your spirituality. All right. Some of you guys could work for a government body. Strength card, Leo's energy. Seven of Swords, some deception, some lies, some cheating. So it took you a lot of courage and strength to get over something. Some of you guys had to face your fear of ending the relationship, or walking away, or even keeping this person out of your loop, out of the loop, or not dealing with this person. All right. But you realize you had to block access. You had to keep this person out of your business, out of your energy. All right. Show me the cards for Aquarius. Show me. Show me more for Aquarius. Show me more for Aquarius. Whoa. All right. I guess some of you guys were feeling abandoned, left out in the cold. You also might have had a scarcity mindset. All right. Here with the Five of Pentacles, there were delays all around you. Definitely dealing with your money, with energy. You were coming in from a place of being out in the cold. You also might have had abandonment issues in the past when you were a child. But some of you guys, again, start to stand up for yourself, set boundaries, block people, learning that you could not fight no more for something that you almost were like giving up. But again, you wanted to fight for yourself. You wanted to fight for your progress in your life. Here with the Seven of Wands. So again, as you started to come out of the cold, get rid of that feeling of abandonment, you realize with the Fool card behind it that you wanted to take a leap of faith, a risk onto a new journey. All right. You wanted to be around someone or more people excuse me, that were loyal, that were dedicated, that you can trust. You didn't feel like you could trust these people or this person anymore. So again, here with the King of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, the Lovers, the Tower, Pentacles, Temperance, and the Page of Pentacles. Again, Aquarius, from the choices that you have made, again, it could have been dealing with a love affair, a friendship, relatives, family, a job. Okay, but I'm seeing this more in relationships. Okay, you were dealing with people that were very charming, loving, were giving you a cup that was half full. All right, and you started to turn your back to the situation. You made the action and the leadership to stand up for yourself. All right, to be outspoken about a situation. Also, to take the action that you needed to turn your back on these false, iffy love offers, okay, or affairs or relationships. And you made the choice, like I said, to turn your back. And that shocked a lot of people around you. It might have also shocking you, shocking your foundation, your home. But you realize you've been juggling, going back with this in your head for the longest time, back and forth about what to do. All right. Again, you were divinely guided into this situation. Your money wasn't looking right. Your luck wasn't going right. But now the temperance is up, right? Okay, money restrictions were here, but again, it was testing your waters from the universe, testing to see, again, how are you going to handle this situation? How are you going to handle these energies all around you that mean you no good? All right, how are you going to handle these energies that are blocking you from your success? Again, Sagittarius energy. So the universe divinely guides you to go through certain things. Okay, it wasn't happening to you, it was happening for you. And when it started to happen for you, you believe, for some of you guys, that you had to step out the box, look within, and realize maybe it was some things that you need to start over again. Okay, with the Page of Pentacles, you also might have become a student to your spirituality, student to a new cycle, a student to a new job. But whatever this is that you are learning, you learn that how to save your energy, how also to pull it back from people around you that was not reciprocating what you were giving out. So because you have learned that, also this might have been a lesson from your inner child when you was a child, that you had to look at the bigger picture. You had to realize what you had set in your mind for bigger and better goals. And even if you had to start all over again on a clean slate, you were willing to do that. Okay, you were willing to start all over again, start fresh again, become a student, knowing that you're not the master yet. And again, when people are seeing this from you, it is shocking the shit out of them. It is shocking the shit out of them and making them sick to their stomach because they tried so hard to block you from your success. They tried so hard to block you from winning. They tried so hard to stop you from having to glow up. And when they realized that they could not do this, that you were willing to take a step back. And if you have to, start all over again. Come in from out of the cold. As long as you worked on yourself and change that mindset from a lack mindset, all right, to focusing on the bigger picture, the bigger outcome, you realize that you were coming in from the cold. You realize that, you did so much work on yourself. This is the higher vibration Aquarius is, that you have definitely had to set some boundaries. You definitely had to fight for yourself. You had to fight for this bigger picture, which you wanted in your life. You couldn't allow anybody around you to block that, to stop it. So again, you proceeded to do what you had to do, or you aren't, so you can be successful and have this win-win outcome. You didn't care if it was third parties. You didn't care if somebody, not that you didn't care, but you was not allowing it to stop you from moving forward. All right, give me this King of Wands here for Aquarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. Yeah, you took action. You took action with your Ten of Pentacles, your money, your finances, your family, your money contentment. It might have been moving slow. You might have been moving slow. But you realized you had to make a choice. You had to connect with your higher self if you want any victory. You had to be real about a situation. You had to speak up. You had to become this Queen of Swords, King of Swords. Speak up about a situation, even though you were hurt. You were scorned. You also were very knowledgeable, and you stated facts. Okay, and it was almost like, you know what? I am done with this. Off with their heads. Off with their head. One more for the Page of Pentacles. So you definitely were in a mindset about walking away, detaching away from somebody. Could have been a water sign, or you have water in your chart. Okay, with the King of Cups. This person, was very much loving at one time, but the loving that they were giving you were inconsistent. All right, 1 minute they act like they love you, 1 minute they didn't. So they were doing nothing but confusing. And with that confusion, it was putting up a blockage in your energy around your money, your finances, your stability, your growth. It was pulling you back down from even having any kind of glow up, any kind of recognition. These third parties, you were taking on their energy. At one time, you may have seen to people or this person that you didn't have no boundaries. So they continue to just walk all over you because you didn't have the strength. Oh, this person's a good person. Their Aquarius is too good. She'll never say anything to me. He'll never say anything to me. But that was shocking when you did, when you spoke up to this person, when you confronted them, when you turned your back and focused on your passions. Okay, the things that you wanted to come in fruition to you, that bigger picture, the win. It also could be a legal matter that you're coming into with the, what is this? Full moon in Libra. It could be around the Libra season, September, October, end of September, October. But again, you have things that are looking good, looking on the up and up for you. But at first you had to block certain people, energies from having access to you. And you're realizing that now. You're realizing that you have to work on yourself, work on your craft, work on your love that you have for yourself. Work on your confidence. Working beyond fear for the things that you love and have passion about. Also, so you can have money contentment. Some of you guys will be signing a contract that deals with money. It could be a new job because luck is on your side. When you started to choose you here and not this inconsistent person or somebody that had very inconsistent tendencies of showing you love and passion, someone that was constantly choosing other people over you when it came to them being on your side, again, this shook this person that you could have ended to these third parties, to this fake relationship. You started to have boundaries, to show respect for yourself in this relationship, this friendship, this union. And again, it shocked them about yourself. It also made some of them very sick. They could have fell upon a short illness, sick to their stomach. Now they're having grief and adversity that they have to work through. Again, somebody wanted you confused, in a state of confusion, definitely about your money, about the energy you was giving out. For some of you guys, you made the head of a heart decision to be successful, to continue moving forward. And then some of you guys have a letter of good news coming in. Your finances, your money, or a move. But it's definitely coming. You're also being divinely guided to know your higher self, to listen to your higher self, so you can be successful. You're also being divinely guided here later on down the line into a very successful relationship. A relationship that is going to give you a peace of mind. But again, you have to start off fresh on a clean slate. Here with the Four of Swords, this is something that you definitely may have prayed about. You have also might have been in your head about it. You have also might have felt very sick to this energy. But realizing you had to block these energies, okay? Keep your eyes on the bigger picture so you can have a win-win in your forecast moving forward. All right, so before we end this, we're going to do a little funny thing here. And we're going to do the roast deck, okay, roast oracle deck. We're going to pull 3 cards here before we end this for Aquarius. Somebody definitely was love and gaslighting you, okay? And I don't know if you know what gaslighting you is, but they definitely were gaslighting you with love, all right? So you're realizing that this situation was blocking you. You're dealing with somebody that was lurking in the shadows, living in the shadows, not doing their shadow work. And for some of you guys, you have done your shadow work, all right? You have done the hard work on yourself that you needed to succeed. So you definitely realize or will be realizing that you cannot, how they came out in the pre-reading, deal with these people anymore because they absolutely will block your success. All right. Some people might feel like you are like the tinfoil person, always feel conspiracies. All right. But sometimes those conspiracies come true. All right. So here we go. Some guys have billionaire mindset. This is what you want to do. You want to be able to travel. You want to be able to have financial freedom. This is part of your bigger picture. Again, some of you guys will be at that status, but you have to realize the things around you that have been blocking you, all right, from moving forward, blocking you from your success. People and places that you are no longer or will no longer give access to, or you shouldn't. Realize that it was not love. It might have been love plus gaslighting. That's where somebody be like, okay, oh, it's sunny outside. And they go outside and they're like, no, it's not. And you're like, yes, it is. I see the sun right there. And they're like, no, it's not. It's not sunny. It's actually cloudy. All right. And then you go outside and the sun that you saw is now moved or has a overcast of clouds. And so you go out there and you're like, you know what? You're right. It's not sunny at all. It's cloudy. And then they go back outside and they're like, no, there go the sun right there. It is sunny. And you're like, what? I just said that. So it leaves you in a state of confusion about what you said. You're like, what? Am I crazy? It makes you think that you're crazy. So some of you guys were thinking this was love and it was nothing but someone gaslighting you that it was love. Now, shadow. Somebody definitely has been lurking in the shadows. This could have been a third party. This could have been, okay, the person you were dealing with. Somebody also needs to do a lot of shadow work. So they were living in their shadow. And when they were living in their shadow, again, inner childhood trauma, they were projecting a lot of stuff on you, doing things to you, sending you evil, dark magic, evil cantations, evil eye, jealousy. Now, for some of you, this person has fallen sick because everything has been blocked. Everything has been returned to sender. Everything has been null and void, like a check. Keeping looking at the bigger picture, some of you guys will be legends. Some of you guys are dealing with a legend. But you have the bigger picture of becoming a legend. All right? Part of your glow up will be this. You also might have had this bigger picture, this goal in your mind ever since childhood. So you have done the work on yourself to succeed this goal. And this is causing a major glow up physically, mentally. And a lot of people see it. So a lot of people are seeing other people for being an idiot, an asshole, a gaslighter, a liar, a thief. Okay, because you have done the work that you needed to do on yourself, and other people have not. So they have been trying to project their energy, their traumas, their negativity onto you. And once you realize that, you are blocking access, null and void. Okay? All right, Aquarius, I love you guys, even though nobody's right here right now. But maybe you guys will see this reading. Again, please like, subscribe, share. Please leave a comment. All right, I will be back tomorrow with Sagittarius reading, Aries, and Pisces. It's not in that order, so please check the community board for when these readings will be live. Thank you, and I love you. Bye now. Please remember, be you. Love you. It is the highest vibration of all. And I'm out.